Welcome to our introduction to CourseLink for careers practitioners. What we will cover in this presentation is what is CourseLink, how to access CourseLink, the various menus in CourseLink, setting up your account, the information that you can access, and the reports that are available. So what is CourseLink? CourseLink is VTAC's online tool for careers practitioners. Any provider that delivers an Australian senior secondary curriculum or the IB within Australia can register for access to the program. It's accessible for authorised staff whose role it is to assist students with their course and careers counselling in a school. It contains a lot of student details, subjects enrolled, course preferences and ATAR and subject scores, which will be available at the completion of their VCE studies. To access CourseLink, you can do so via the VTAC homepage. If you scroll right down to the bottom to the section under Careers Practitioners, you will be able to access the login details there. To gain access to CourseLink, you must complete the form on the Careers Practitioners website and supply a letter from your school's principal indicating that you can have access to the student's highly sensitive data. Access to CourseLink at all times is subject to the terms and conditions of CourseLink, which can be found on the login page. If at any time you forget your password, you can reset it yourself via the reset password link. However, if you've forgotten your username, you'll need to email us at the email address on your screen so we can supply this to you. So let's take a look at the CourseLink main menu. The main source of student information is the Student Information tile. This will show you a list of all the enrolled students for your cohort if you are a Victorian school. If you are interstate, it will only show you students who have made an application through VTAC. Simply select the year level and press go to display the data. If you don't press go, nothing will show up. On the student details screen, you will have an overview of all your students, including their registration status with VTAC, if they have applied for courses, and whether they have paid for their application. You can sort by any of these fields by clicking on the arrow next to each heading. Don't forget to press go to display the data, otherwise, as mentioned, nothing will show up. You can request a download of this data via the download link on the far right. You will be sent an email when that data is ready to be downloaded. The various reports contained within CourseLink are also obtained from the Student Information screen. You can get reports for each student or a selected year level. Primarily of interest would be the course preferences for each student and the offer reports for the Year 12 cohort. Within a report, you can click on any course code to get the course name and view the course entry for that particular course. You can also get a history of the student's change of preference by clicking on any surname in the list. This will show you their current course listing, the course name, and any other changes they have made previously. For offer reports, you can find this also on the Student Information tile. Data will only be available for offers obviously after results have been released. Enrolment reports are available only in June and July, showing the tertiary enrolment status of last year's Year 12s. From August, this information shifts to the Archive Data link on the CourseLink main menu. The Student Information screen will provide you with access to the student's preferences, subject satisfaction, and whether their prerequisites have been met for a particular course. Simply click on the student's surname to get the details displayed. The subject satisfaction refers to whether the student is completing the correct subjects to meet the prerequisites for that course. An N would indicate that they are not. The prerequisite met will appear after the student's subjects released have been uploaded. Below that, you will again see the history of change of preference indicated by this arrow. The student data page has a list of all of the students for a particular year level. The button on the far right of each student will give you this handy printout that contains the student's current preference list, the courses they've applied for, and any relevant details such as prerequisites at the end. Obviously, this data will only be available as to whether or not they've met the prerequisites once their results have been released. Other links available in CourseLink that you'll find helpful is the account management tile. There you can conduct all the necessary account actions, including your password changes and adding supplementary users, as well as updating your details such as your email address and phone number. You'll also find here links to the Careers Practitioners blog, other VTAC publications, and Course Search under Resources. School Statistics contains your archive data from previous years and a summary of the current year's overall statistics, as pictured below. So a couple of the most common issues we find with using CourseLink include logging in for the first time or after changing your password. Please try a different browser if you are having troubles logging in. Clear your cache, log out and back in again, or try a different device. One other common thing is a student is no longer enrolled at your school. We are unable to remove the student from your school. VAS will need to be updated, and when the file comes through from VCAA, we are then able to amend CourseLink. If you have any further questions in relation to the use of CourseLink, please feel free to contact us by phone or email. The email for Careers Practitioners is schoolsliaison@vtac.edu.au. We'd also like to remind you to make sure that your CourseLink details are always regularly kept up to date for both the Careers Practitioners and any authorised users, principals, etc. And subscribe to our blog because we always put our updates on there. Important things come through that sometimes can be missed by email. This makes sure that you won't miss anything.